to load this shit. Left is you. But I can't. I can't close. Close my eyes. Me from left is you. I can't. Waiting for the light. I can't close. Safe on. Closing my eyes. Safe on. I don't pray to God. I've been playing God. I was doing better. Risk it all for my. Look at what I did with my best. I will show that Surely there's like a way to set this up. How do I check this? Let's see. No way to check that. Multi. It's not gonna work. Wait, is it connected? Let me check that. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to pop this out. How do I... surely there's a way. Like this? Ah, fuck. No, I can't. Whatever. How about this? Oh, it's only Twitch, huh? Just have to pop them both out for now. Let's do like this, I guess. Let's do like this. Just put them like that. Chatterino. Stats. Let me check my stats for this. Stream. Which one is this? It's 6,000. Video. Where's my shit at? I need to change this title actually. That. But if it, Yo, what's good? How's it going, Zen? You're tired? Yeah, it's like what, 11 p.m. for you? So, something like that. 23? Yeah, I don't know what 23 means, but yeah. I'm assuming like 11 p.m. But, 11:22? Yeah. I weren't the gifts working. I had to change something with the roles in the server. I want to see what? Data directory. Put in the general? What did you put in there? Let me see. What is this? Data directory, editable files. Use by Metasploit. Never noticed that bats are adorable. Never seen one so big. You only get small ones here. Interesting. You get small ones here. Used to be the streamer that I watched. He was live daily and then he just never went live again. Oh yeah, that happens to like a lot of people. I used to watch like a bunch of people like 4 or 5 years ago and they just never go live again. So they just disappear. October 2024. Yeah. It just be like that for some people. They just don't come back. I don't think I'm in the mood to read, to be honest. I feel like I'm not locked in to read this shit. I need to do something else. Oh, let me see.
Hi, I'm Pete from Manus AI. For the past year, we've been quietly building what we believe is the next evolution in AI. And today, we're launching an early preview of Manus, the first general AI agent. This isn't just another chatbot or workflow. It's a truly autonomous agent that bridges the gap between conception and execution. While other AI stops at generating ideas, Manus delivers results. We see it as the next paradigm of human-machine collaboration, and potentially a glimpse into AGI. Now let me show you Manus in action across 3 completely different tasks. Let's start with an easy one. In this example, we'll ask Manus to help screen resumes. I've just sent Manus a zip file containing 10 resume documents. Since each Manus session has its own computer, it can work like a human. First unzipping the file, then browsing through each resume page by page, and recording important information to documents. Manus works asynchronously in the cloud, which means you can close your laptop anytime, and Manus will notify Manus that the next time it handles a similar task, it will Manus filters listings on real estate websites. Finally, combining all the information gathered, Manus writes a detailed report and compiles all the resources.
Seems okay.
I've read a book called. So now Cloud tries to access Encrypt's database. So that's this is so cool, neat. So I'd like to convert this. So today I've released. So Cloud is one of the AI service, and it introduced model context protocol last year, and it is for communicating with external knowledge like file system, web search, a cloud drive, and things like that. And yeah, it's possible to provide third-party services. So I will check it out. Oh, cool. You don't have to do that, but all right. Can you tell me which notebooks are available in my database? So it should call the list notebook tools. Yep, right.
Let me give it the CrowdStrike documents. Let me see. Where's it at? Maybe we can do deep research for this, I guess. Let me see. Can provide visual aids to help explain concepts. All right, let's go with that. I'm going to do deep research on top vulnerabilities from recent trends based on the documents that I gave it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 documents that are reports. I'm going to find sources and also use the documents. You're planning breakfast for tomorrow? What are you going to eat? Bro, it's fucking hot in this room, bro. I can't. What is a fry up? Was that like fried food? Alright, I'm gonna leave this doing its research. I need to lock in, bro. Oh my god, I need to lock in, bro. It's so hot in this room. Fuck me, man. Oh my god. I need to wake up. Ah. Okay. A cooked breakfast is a fry up. Scottish breakfast. Alright, I got you. Scottish breakfast. Or let's see. Meat, potatoes, eggs, and a beverage. That's kind of a lot for breakfast, no? God damn. Let me take a look. This what you'd be eating? God damn. It's a big breakfast, low key. Doesn't look bad, but I feel like it's just too much. I think the beans are fine. The eggs are fine. Bread, bacon, that's fine. Um, I wouldn't add like too much more than that for breakfast. Can be bothered to make that much? Yeah. Yeah, I forget that beans is like your thing over there, a Europe thing. Like they'll just eat straight beans, but it's also like a what do you call that? Fucking what is that shit called, bro? I can't. My brain is like cooked. Like South, it's also a South American thing too. Pigs in blankets. No, I don't know what the hell you just said, bro. What is pigs in blankets, bro? Pigs in blankets with tatty scones? Like, bro, nah. Nah, you gotta start speaking English, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what you're saying over there. This song is ass. What is this? Hold on. Sausage wrapped in bacon. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. Um, I don't think I've ever had that. Let's see. What can I play? I don't know what to play from here. In England and Wales, they call them potato cakes. Potato cakes? What is a potato cake? Potato. Let me see. Hold on. Potato cake. A patty of hashed potatoes. Okay. Hashed potatoes. So just hashed potatoes. Hmm. Tatty, is it the same thing? Tatty scone? Why is this different? No, this is like in triangles. This is like okay. I mean that looks pretty good. Mm. All right, hold on. I'm back. Let me see. Alright, so it took 9 minutes. We got 33 sources for vulnerabilities. In-depth guide on vulnerabilities. Take a look. Need like something calming, bro. I need like Portuguese jazz. Where's it at? Number of known vulnerabilities continues to grow. 25% increase to new CVEs per month. 2024. Importance of vigilance. Common and emerging vulnerabilities. Let's see. Modern networks and appliances face a mix of common vulnerabilities that we've seen for years, as well as emerging threats. Linked to new technology and high-profile exploits, industry reports shed light on which vulnerabilities attackers are leveraging the most. Web application flaws, injection, XSS, broken access controls. Web apps remain a primary attack surface. Issues like cross-site scripting are the most frequently reported vulnerabilities, followed by various access control weaknesses. Attackers often exploit input validation bugs, SQL injection, or XSS to manipulate backend databases or steal user sessions. Broken access control, such as insecure direct object references, IDOR, is another prevalent web weakness, allowing unauthorized access to data. In one case, an IDOR bug earns a 50,000 euro bounty. I think it's euro or pounds. I forget what this symbol means. Euros, I think. Due to its severity. Let's see. These common web vulnerabilities map closely to the OWASP top 10 and are largely preventable with secure development practices. Unpatched older software vulnerabilities. Significant portion of attacks still stem from known vulnerabilities that organizations haven't patched. Vulnerabilities in legacy systems like old versions of Telerik UI, Manage Engine, and Fortinet software. Actively exploited in 2023. This highlights the ongoing risk from historically high impact CVEs. 2017 Equifax breach via Apache. Critical 0 days and supply chain vulnerabilities. Attackers are increasingly targeting 0-day vulnerabilities and software supply chain weaknesses. 180% spike in breaches initiated via vulnerability exploitation last year. Driven in part by 0-day attacks. 2023 Move It Transfer 0-day SQL injection bug. Okay, CrowdStrike's threat intel likewise observed a threat actor, Graceful Spider, exploiting 3 different 0-day vulnerabilities. Graceful Spider. Still data from hundreds of victims worldwide showing how sophisticated adversaries rapidly weaponize new discoveries. As companies shift to cloud services and remote work, misconfigurations, cloud-specific vulnerabilities are an emerging concern. Misconfigured storage buckets, leaky APIs, insufficient authentication in cloud apps can expose sensitive data. Attackers are targeting network perimeter devices, VPN gateways, firewalls, routers, which often run on outdated firmware. CrowdStrike reported in 2023 vulnerabilities in devices from Cisco, Citrix, and F5 were exploited. Attackers shift to hit less monitored edge systems. Many organizations have older or end-of-life appliances at the network edge that no longer get updates. Hackers actively develop exploits for these unpatched devices. The diagram below illustrates how unmonitored or legacy devices in red at the network perimeter expand the attack surface. Third party and supply chain risks. Let's see. Beyond one system's growing risk from vulnerabilities in third party software services. Verizon noted that 15% of breaches in 2023 involved a third party component, whether a vendor being breached or a software supply chain issue. If a partner's network or popular library you use gets compromised, the vulnerability can cascade into your organization. Recent breaches via contractor VPN appliances, compromised managed service providers, or Trojanized software updates like the SolarWinds incident all show how interconnected security has become. Attackers increasingly look for a single weak link that opens access to many targets. Today's threat landscape features a mix of classic vulnerabilities, web app bugs, weak configurations that are still rampant, and new critical exploits, zero-day supply chain compromises, cloud flaws that attackers rapidly leverage. Understanding these common and emerging vulnerability types help defenders prioritize their efforts. We'll see how attackers actually exploit these weaknesses in real-world attacks. Okay. How do attackers go from finding a vulnerability to fully compromising systems? Here we break down the typical exploit methods step by step with real-world examples illustrating each stage. Let's take a look. Scanning, initial exploitation, deploying web shells, malware, gaining credentials, lateral movements, completing the attack, data theft, real-world scenario, mitigation. I'm just scanning through the documents, see what it has. Case studies, recent vulnerabilities, Move It, Zero Day, Microsoft. Interesting. I kind of wanted it to get more technical in the specific vulnerability itself. Isn't CSRF one? I forget what this is. CSRF. What is this called again? Yeah. Here we go. Technical breakdown for each major vulnerability discussed in the reports. Oh, we have a table of contents too. Perfect. This is what I wanted to see. How long is this document? Mermaid, huh? I think it messed up the diagram potentially. Hmm. Okay, let's take a look. Common emerging vulnerabilities, right? Web application flaws, cross-site scripting, broken access control, unpatched legacy, zero-day supply chain, cloud perimeter weaknesses, third-party software, exploit methods, scanning, initial exploitation, automated tool scanning for vulnerable systems, exploiting public-facing applications with a flaw to gain access, deploying the payload, credential harvesting, okay, data exfiltration, destructive actions. Depending on their objective, attackers either steal data, deploy ransomware. 2023 Move It transfer attack, SQL injection was exploited to gain remote code execution. The Clop ransomware to steal data. Yeah. Okay. Mitigation techniques, patching, minimizing attack surface, vulnerability assessment, pen testing, web application firewalls, monitoring, incident response, access control, supply chain management. Okay. This is what I wanted to actually read. Technical breakdown of specific vulnerabilities. Cross-site scripting, allows attackers to inject malicious scripts into otherwise benign web pages. Let's see, hold on. Okay, so it goes into XSS, CSRF, SQL injection, command injection, broken access control, remote code execution, cloud misconfiguration, supply chain, zero-day, case studies. It's still not very technical. It's very like overview. It's not as technical. You know what? Let's just change this reports to an advanced. What did it say originally? Advanced. I'm just gonna tell it be as technical as possible. Especially yeah. Yeah, I need it to be more technical, to be honest. It's not. What did it say? Okay. Yeah, maybe I should stop telling it to do intermediate reports instead of advanced reports. I might as well just go advanced. Um, okay, it's the same thing that we read before. Some methodologies and attack chains. I already went into attack chains yesterday, so I don't need to go over this. I already know pretty much all this, I think. Discovery, reconnaissance, initial exploitation, post exploitation. Lateral movements. Hash to hash. Okay. Data exfiltration, persistence. Yep. Okay. Mitigation. I'm going to skip over this unless there's something interesting in here. Patch management. Automated remediation. Implement pipelines here. Tech services. Runtime application self-protection, behavioral analysis. Application layer monitoring to detect anomalous behavior. Advanced threat hunting, EDR, software development. Okay. Alright, cross-site scripting. Untrusted data is injected into a web page without proper sanitization, allowing adversaries to execute arbitrary JavaScript into a user's browser. We have reflected, stored, DOM-based. Okay. Reflected. When a payload is part of the HTTP request, get or post, is immediately included in the HTML response without escaping. The attack vector often leverages unsanitized URL parameters. Stored. Payload is persistently stored in a backend database message board, then rendered in a web page later. Advanced stored XSS might target dynamically generated content. DOM-based. Let's see. The flaw exists entirely on the client side, typically in JavaScript that dynamically manipulates the DOM using inner HTML. Let's see, with unsanitized data. Allocation. You're gonna head to bed then? Alright, good night, man. Gonna eat your breakfast and shit, watch your show. Alrighty, man. Take care. Yep, see you. See you. Oh, I need to close. Alright, let me get through this real quick. I think this is the last thing I'm gonna do. Alright, okay. Let me just get through this. Okay. Okay, cross-site scripting. XSS vulnerabilities occur when an application includes untrusted data and a web page without proper validation or escaping, thus allowing an attacker to execute arbitrary scripts in a user's browser. In-depth mechanism for reflected XSS attack vector. The attacker crafts an HTTP request, often using a URL parameter containing malicious JavaScript. The server reflects this data directly into the HTML outputs without proper sanitization. Low-level detail: if the application uses functions like get parameter in PHP without using special or similar encoding, the injected payload will be sent directly to the clients. Attackers can obfuscate payloads using hexadecimal encoding or concatenation to bypass simplistic filters. Advanced attackers often break payload strings into multiple parts or inject benign-looking HTML entities to evade signature-based detection. I do remember that from the Security Plus book. It does mention breaking apart strings and putting like random characters to bypass filtering. Okay, so that's for reflected, and then we have stored. Stored XSS. Attack vector. The malicious script is stored on the server in a database, comment section, or message board. I do remember that from the book as well. Every time that a user retrieves that data, the payload executes in their browser. So the payload can persist if a blog comment is inserted as a script. The server stores the raw string, and any user viewing the comments will have their browser execute it. Attackers might use encoded payloads or split strings to bypass filters. Stored XSS can affect a large number of users and often leads to session hijacking, defacement, or redirection to malicious sites. DOM-based XSS occurs entirely in the client-side script. The JavaScript running in their browser reads data from the URL or another source and writes it into the DOM using dangerous functions like inner HTML without proper sanitization. For instance, if a script, let's see, document get element by ID outputs. An attacker sets the URL. The browser will insert the image tag and executes the one error handler. This type of XSS is particularly tricky because the vulnerability lies in the client-side logic rather than the server-side code. Cross-site request forgery exploits the trust that a website places in a user's browser by tricking the browser into sending authenticated requests to a target site without the user's consent. In-depth mechanism: the attacker creates a web page or email that contains a hidden form or crafted image tag. When an authenticated user with valid session cookies visits the attacker-controlled resource, the browser automatically includes those cookies with the forged requests. For example, if a banking application uses a GET request for a state-changing operation like a fund transfer, an attacker can embed an image, image source, in their web page. The browser, acting on the victim's credentials, performs the transfer. More sophisticated attacks might involve using JavaScript to read subtle differences in responses. Chaining multiple requests with endpoints is vulnerable. Maximize the likelihood that a user inadvertently triggers a malicious request. I think I'm gonna have to review this later because I kind of forgot how this actually works. I need to review like all the vulnerabilities again. This isn't really enough to get me to fully understand it, I feel like. I have to look at the book again. Broken access control directory. Is it still on 3 or no? Okay, I need to probably check this.